All right. Okay, welcome to our class. And today we will cover lesson 1, part 3, which we didn't finish yesterday. And tomorrow we'll do the lesson 1, part 4. Then we'll finish everything on the lesson 1. All right. So, Auntie, you want to say something before we start to everyone?
Hello, hope you're all safe and washing your hands.
Yeah, I wash my hands at least 20 times a day. All right, let's go. We're gonna start. By the way, do you have your textbook and your workbook or worksheet? Please prepare everything with you. Okay. All right, let's do it. I'm gonna share the worksheet so we can do the new words real quick. Here we go. Okay, now we'll start from the new words. So Ante will read aloud, so I'll follow. Okay, so students, please read after Ante, like me. Okay, let's go.
Unintentionally.
Unintentionally.
Express.
Express.
Bow.
Bow.
Hardly.
Hardly.
Similar.
Similar.
Non-verbally.
Non-verbally.
Vietnam.
Vietnam.
Obedience.
Obedience.
Contrary.
Contrary.
Deal.
Deal.
Interact.
Interact. All right, there's the word, the country's name, Vietnam. I think we call it Vietnam, right? But like in English, it's Vietnam. Like sounds like totally different. Okay, so why don't we practice Vietnam again?
Vietnam.
Vietnam. Okay, everyone. So it's not Vietnam, all right? It's a V sound and Vietnam, all right? Vietnam.
I think some people pronounce it Vietnam as well.
Oh, Vietnam. Okay.
But I say Vietnam.
Have you been to Vietnam, Ante?
I've not been there yet.
Oh, I've been once, 3 years ago, maybe. Maybe
I
I'll show them picture tomorrow. Because like I'm gonna cover Vietnam.
I hear the food there is very good.
It's really good. Yeah, it's really good. I like the Vietnamese noodle. Okay, so again, we're gonna read aloud, many times so you can pronounce it well and you can memorize and learn all the word and phrases. It's very important to actually speak out, because now you stay at home and you study every day, I guess. I believe, but you don't have little chance to speak out, right? So using this lesson, please talk a lot to maybe like a computer screen or a smartphone or tablet or whatever. But this is the only chance you speak out English, right? So with a big voice. Okay. All right. Now we will share the part 3 slides. There you go. Okay. So today again we'll do 4 times chorus reading, slash reading, number 1 slash reading, number 2 speed reading, and number 3 shadowing. And number 4, sight translation, as we did yesterday and the day before. Okay, so why don't we start from slash reading? Whenever you're ready.
Okay, I'll start. One part of non-verbal language is natural.
One part of non-verbal language is natural.
And we have little control over it.
And we have little control over it.
For example, we turn red or white.
We turn red or white.
When we are very angry or worried.
When we are very angry or worried.
We sometimes cry.
We sometimes cry.
Laugh.
Laugh.
Shake.
Shake.
or stare at things around us.
or stare at things around us.
These actions show our feelings.
These actions show our feelings,
But they usually happen unintentionally.
but they usually happen unintentionally.
On the other hand, another part of nonverbal language is learned.
Another part of nonverbal language is learned.
Just like any language.
Just like any language.
And usually,
that
learning starts from when we are born.
That learning starts when we are born.
Children learn how to express social messages.
Children learn how to express social messages
by watching the people around them.
By watching the people around them.
Or by being taught by adults.
Or by being taught by adults.
From a very early stage of their development.
From very early stage of their development.
They learn how they should move their bodies.
They learn how they should move their bodies.
To get along in society.
To get along in society.
American children quickly learn that smiling makes people happy. Japanese children learn to bow. Even when they have hardly begun to talk.
All right, now second round, you will follow Ante, and we'll shut up this time. And also, I forgot to tell you, you can always record your voice using your smartphone, and you can listen to it later on. That helps a lot, okay? I know like it's not comfortable to listen to your own voice. I don't like my voice either. No one does. But like it's really helps a lot to practice yourself, right? So Ante, I'll mute. So could you read it a little faster? Okay.
Sure. I'll start. One part of nonverbal language is natural. And we have little control over it. For example, we turn red or white when we are very angry or worried. We sometimes cry, laugh, shake, or stare at things around us. These actions show our feelings, but they usually happen unintentionally. On the other hand, another part of nonverbal language is learned. Just like any language. And usually, that learning starts from when we are born. Children learn how to express social messages by watching the people around them, or by being taught by adults. From a very early stage of their development, they learn how they should move their bodies to get along in society. American children quickly learn that smiling makes people happy. Japanese children learn to bow, even when they have hardly begun to talk.
Okay, so now you guys will do the shadowing. I'll do also, and Ante will read, with the natural speed, or maybe a little bit. A little bit slower than natural speed. Okay, just like you read last time without the part. Okay.
Okay.
And we will follow Ante, and please look at Ante Sensei's face, and copy his copy his mouth, we'll try to copy what he's saying right after he said. All right, that's shadowing. And again, please record your voice and check afterwards. All right, so I'll mute and you can start anytime.
Okay, I'll start. One part of non-verbal language is natural, and we have little control over it. For example, we turn red or white when we are very angry or worried. We sometimes cry, laugh, shake, or stare at things around us. These actions show our feelings, but they usually happen unintentionally. On the other hand, another part of nonverbal language is learned, just like any language, and usually that learning starts from when we are born. Children learn how to express social messages by watching the people around them, or by being taught by adults. From a very early stage of their development, they learn how they should move their bodies to get along in society. American children quickly learn that smiling makes people happy. Japanese children learn to bow, even when they have hardly begun to talk.
All right, all set. Okay, and last task. We'll do the sight translation. I will read it slowly this time. I learned from yesterday. Thank you for telling. So I will read the short phrases in Japanese. So you will translate that into English. Okay, let's go. You ready? 非音声的言語の一部は自然なものだ。そしてそれはほとんど制御できない。例えば、私たちは赤くなったり青くなったりする。私たちがとっても怒ったり心配したりするときには、私たちは時々泣いたり、笑ったり、震えたり、もしくは身の回りのものをじっと見つめたりする。これらの行動は私たちの感情を表している。しかし、それらは大抵無意識に起こっている。一方、非音声的言語の別の部分は学習される。あらゆる言語のように。そして通例。その学習は私たちが生まれた時から始まっている。子どもたちは社会的メッセージの表し方を学ぶ。彼らの周りの人々を見ることによって、あるいは大人から教えられたりすることによって、発達の非常に初期の段階から 彼らは体をどう動かすか学ぶ。社会でうまくやっていくために。アメリカの子どもたちはすぐに知る。笑うことは人々を楽しくさせるということ。日本の子どもたちはお辞儀をすることを学ぶ。ほとんど話し始めもしないうちから。Okay, so this is it. And when you watch video of this lesson, please try again and again until you can make it, all right? Until you can say it in English, okay? You can try it as many as you want because it's going to be on the video, okay? It's very important to actually speak out, all right? Okay, so reading practice is over, and now we will go on to worksheet. All right, here is the worksheet. And we'll start from here. A, choose the correct title. Okay. You want to do it, Ante? Oops. I think you might want to unmute.
Whoops, sorry. So part A, choose the correct title. Shall I go ahead and give the answer for 5 and 6? So paragraph 5, the answer is A, non-verbal language we use naturally. And paragraph 6, the answer is B, non-verbal language we learn to use. Okay, so why is C incorrect? C says how to control non-verbal language. But in paragraph 5, it says that we cannot control non-verbal language. It is not possible to control it. So C is incorrect. And D, a variety of non-verbal languages. Now, D could be true because it talks about Japanese non-verbal languages and American non-verbal languages, but I think part B, it has a better kind of summary of what paragraph 6 is all about. So that's why B is a better answer than D. Okay. Part B, answer true or false. Number 1, we unintentionally turn red or white when we are extremely angry or worried. So this is true. Number 2, some part of non-verbal language is learned by watching others. So number 2, B2 is true. And B3, people start to learn how to express social messages at school. So B3 is false. So in paragraph 6, they say that using Japanese children as an example, they learn how to bow before they can talk. So it's earlier than when you go to school that you learn how to express social messages. So 3 is false. Okay. Part C, you need to choose the 2 correct sentences. Okay. So the first correct sentence is number 2. Learning nonverbal language usually starts at birth. So 2 is true. And also sentence number 3, from a very young age, people learn how to move their bodies in society. Okay, so for part C, the answer is 2 and 3. So number C1, why is this not correct? It says we use natural non-verbal language carefully to convey our feelings. So the problem with this sentence is the word carefully, I think. We can't control some nonverbal language. Like if I'm embarrassed, I'll turn red. I can't control that. So I can't carefully use nonverbal language. I have no control over it. So 1 is not true. C4 says, it takes a considerable amount of time for American children to understand that smiles are welcome. So why is this incorrect? So this says it takes a considerable amount of time. It takes a very long time, but that's not true. We read in paragraph 6 that American children learn that smiling makes people happy when they're very young. So it doesn't take a very long time for American children to learn that. And C5, it says learning nonverbal language comes after learning to speak. So in paragraph 6, we read that Japanese children learn to bow before they learn to speak properly. So 5 is incorrect. So we'll move to part D now. So part D is multiple choice. You must choose the correct answer. So D1 says, according to paragraph 5, we something make our feelings known by actions such as crying and laughing. So the answer for D1 is C, unintentionally. So unintentionally means we have no control over it. It just happens. Okay, so D1 is C. And D2, according to paragraph 6, children something at a very early stage of their development. So for D2, the answer is A. They start to learn how to move to get along in society. And finally, part E, you must answer in English. So question 1 is, when do we start learning how to express social messages? Okay. And the answer for this question is, we usually start when we are born. We usually start when we are born. And question 2, when do Japanese children learn to bow? The answer for question 2 is, they learn it when they have hardly begun to talk. Okay, so Japanese children learn to bow when they have hardly begun to talk.
Okay, I think it's all set for part 3.
Yep.
Go. All right, and now I will explain a little bit of like grammatical tips of part 3. Students, please look at your textbook or your workbook and look at the paragraph 5. One part of nonverbal language is natural, okay? And that one, okay? The first letter, one, the first word, one. And look at the 6th paragraph. On the other hand, another part of nonverbal language is learned. Okay, it says one and another. Okay, I will show you how to clear those, way of using. I will show you one picture, then, hold on. This describes everything. Here we go. Can you see it?
Yes.
Okay, on the top, it is one, there's only one thing. And if there is 2 things, it's one and the other, all right? And if there are 3, one, another, and the other, okay? And if there are 5, and one, another, and the others, okay? And here just lots of things, people or whatever, pens or whatever, anything countable, and some and others. Okay, and the very bottom, it's some and the others. This is how you use like a one, other, another, the other. It's sometimes really complicated, but like this describes, yeah, well, I think. All right, now you can screenshot this, or you can take a picture of this if you want, or I'll send a video so you can use it later on. All right, this is like a one tip. And also, I want to talk about the very last, no, on the paragraph 6, they learn, right here, they learn how they should move their bodies to get along in society. Okay, and maybe I will explain this in Japanese. ちょっとね、じゃあ解説します。このね、ワーク予習ノート。ちょっとね、背景オフ。はい、この予習ノートでね、一応これ見て書かれているところ、こっちか、これみんな持ってると思うけど、この一番最後の間接疑問のところだけちょっとね、解説っていうか、簡単に。はい、ここで書かれているのはみんな見てるよね。They learned how they should move their bodies to get along in society. このね、疑問詞がね、文の中に入ってきたときに SV の形になるよって知ってると思うけど、これね、ものすごくよく使うから、よく覚えてください。例えばよ、これは私が好きなものです。これ私好きなんだよねっていう場合、This is what I like だよね。主語動詞になるんですよってこと。This is what I like. OK? もしくは、ポケモンはアンテが好きなものです。Pokemon is what アンテ likes というふうに、疑問詞がね、真ん中に入ったときは主語動詞で、その動詞のときはね、主語につられて三単元とかも、ついてきますよということね。もうやったと思うけど、もちろんね、一応確認です。はい、それじゃあみんなに question。Please translate my Japanese phrase into English. Okay? あなたは彼女が誰だか知っていますか？あなたは彼女が誰だか知っていますか？はい、15秒あげるので、チャットで書いてください。どうぞ。No one's responding. Oh, here we go. Do you know who she is? Very good. Do you know who she is? その通りだよね。Do you know who is she? いないかな、一人。いないね。はい。Do you know who she is? ということなんだよね。だから彼女誰か知っていますか？ Do you know who? 疑問詞が来るとさ、どうしても Who is she? とか Who do you like? とか What is this? とかいうふうにしたくなるけど、間接疑問の時は SV になるよって絶対覚えてください。良い。楽勝だと思うけど、一応確認ね。よく使います、これ。Do you know who she is? Okay. All right. So that's pretty much we covered everything for part 3. So do you have any question we should share in this room right now? If you have any question that you think you should share in this group, please write it or you can speak out. All right. Okay, then I'll stop recording now, and it's gonna hold on. So thank you, Ante, and everyone. You did a great job. See you tomorrow. We'll finish the lesson 1, part 4.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Okay, I stopped recording.